Hey guys, Miss Patty. How are you? Welcome to MPAI Labs. Today we're going to go over some new features on ChatGPT, but I'm going to compare some of the free tier and the plus tier. So some of the free tier did, y'all, congrats, get an upgrade. So what is on the actual free tier that was upgraded? Well, first thing, search for live web. So if you're searching for something, it's not going to cost you anything. It's searching, whatever is out there that you want or wanting. So I'm going to show that to you. The next thing is upgrade documents, spreadsheets, images, and other support files. So that's on the free tier. So yay for that because it wasn't there before when I was using it. It analyzes data very well. It generates and edits images subject to tighter limits. Okay. You can also discover and use public GPTs. That's super great if you need, do some deep diving, more like deep research. You can store up to 500 megabytes in a file library. Before it was, you couldn't do that. And another free tier update is you can search across previous chats, projects, images, and documents. Before it wasn't going to do that. Now you have access to chat, work, codecs through the updated desktop. Remember, it has to be a desktop application, although usage is limited. And the reason why I say free is good because there's a lot of great features. So if you're not, wanting to pay $20 a month, you don't have to because you got a lot of upgrades. Also, free user can also use, GPT Live, the mini. So that's the new voice system that you can speak to. It interrupts you. It's more natural. It searches everything for you. Use the memory. You can, use it, while you work with text. So that is free on the free tier. So great for you. I have the plus tier. I use I use the free tier for about 2 or 3 years. So no shame there. If you cannot afford the $20, don't worry. Lots of free upgrade on the free tier. So super excited about that. All right. So one of the things that obviously is free. The main chat model that you're going to be using on the free tier is the limited GPT 5.5, instant. It's still smart, okay? It still has limited for advanced reasoning. Message uploads are still limited. Image generation, it's still not bad. It's a little slow, but still not bad, okay? It will do some deep research. It is limited. Once again, the file library is 500 megabytes. The plus tier is 20 gigabytes. Okay. You still can use the custom GT on the free tier. Another thing is, the ChatGPT work that you want to use is limited desktop access. So don't forget about that. Once again, you can use codecs, but it's still limited. And of course, if you're on the free tier, you're not going to get early access. It's like pretty standard rollout, okay? And then sometimes the ads will, come into play. So once again, free is still good because we're all on a budget, okay? So this is as of today. So very excited if you're still using the free tier. Now, if you want to upgrade, is fine, non-sponsored. But if you don't need it, don't upgrade because you get lots of stuff once again that I spoke about. Okay. Now I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you 3 new features that I think it's going to help you in learning how to use CT or ChatGPT. Okay. So when you come in, don't forget, you can just hit OpenAI or just put, ChatGPT. This is the screen that you're going to see. Okay. Here it's going to, this is basically where you prompt, where you ask, CT, what's going on. This is the mic. Okay. Down here, I want you to pay attention. There's three things. You can create an image, write or edit. And this right here is looking for, certain things. Okay. Now, on the left-hand side is your chat. Okay. This right here is basically, okay, everything that you pin, your project that's going on, because you're going to name it. And then this is basically all your history is your chats. Okay. And I've got a few things going on. So I am going to show you an example of what write and edit is, okay? And it's also on the free one too, okay? So I started to, write an email. This is just an example, okay? And I just want it to be a very clear, and I put basically my idea. So I want to write an email to my neighbor. Okay, so this is what I wrote, and basically, CT wrote it more professional and polished it for me. Okay, and you can do the same thing too, because remember, we have to be professional in everything that we do, because you can win hearts, more so being nice instead of being mean. Okay, so dear blah blah blah, I'm writing to you about the land that's next door. I wanted to see if this is for sale. This would be a perfect place for my daughter to build. Family is very important to me, and hoping it's to you. Are you willing to sell this property? We spoke, about this before, and you have mentioned that this land was too much for you, and you were, thinking about selling. Okay, kindly just let me know what direction you are taking, and see you in the fishing campaign. So that's just, what was in my head. So CT came back and says, here's a clear and more professional version. If I can speak, here is a clear and more professional version. Okay. So gave me the subject matter, dear whoever, okay? And it states, I'm writing to ask about the land next door to your property, whether you are interested in selling it. It would be a perfect place for my daughter to build a home and remain close to the family. Very professional, very polished, love it. Okay, we've spoken before, and you mentioned that the property may be more land than you needed, and that you might consider selling it. So please let me know whether you're still interested and what direction you plan to take. I look forward to hearing from you and hope to see you in the fishing, camp or campaign, and kindly. So if you don't like that version, you can say, CT change out, use a more, friendly, sincere tone. Since it's too professional, it is like your neighbor. Okay, so you can add that, and it can change it. If not, all you have to do is basically copy here. You click on this, that's the copy response, and then paste it into your email. And don't forget, whoever, whatever you're writing, the brackets here, obviously fill in the blank. But this is pretty good to polish an email. So once again, when you come to new chats, you can just click on write and edit, and it'll do that for you. So pretty simple. Remember, it's your own words. AI is a tool, so you want it to, polish it up or just do a different version. It's still using your same word, except they just, the template is just a little bit better. Okay. So the next one I was looking for, you can go look something up. Okay. It's a back to school. So I was looking for a backpack for my nephew. So I click on that. It has the web search, and just, speak to it like you're speaking to a person. Okay. But it's AI. I'm looking for an affordable backpack, back to school backpack with a black and red, and give me some options under 30. So it took about 35 seconds to look at everything, and it broke everything down for me, which is really good because you don't want to jump from store to store to store. Okay. So it basically, these are the backpacks that I'm looking for, which I love the design, and, there's a little bit more on there. It's amazing when you have the right tool. You don't have to waste gas because gas is a little expensive right now. But it broke everything down. I gave it a price point. So whatever you're looking for, everything is under 30, and it tells me, it's best for what, teen, college, and laptop. Not bad for $18. This is great for elementary. He's past that. He's in college. So I can go back, and just look at these little things right here, which it's actually not a bad deal with the price. It's under 30. Okay. And also recommend to get the Eastport Tailblazer. So therefore it has zippers, bottom pockets, padded straps, and it's very strong. So, and it's very comfortable below under 30. So you can actually, if you don't like that, if you want to change the color, it has this web search here, and just type in whatever you want. Speak to it clearly. Okay. So I just wanted to let you know, instead of you driving to 6 or 7 or 10 different, stores, you can first do your homework and just, chat with CT. Okay. So, we basically write and edit, and polish our letter. And then we looked, something up. The next one is create an image. Okay. It's kind of cool. It gives you ideas. You can hit once again at the arrows, and it has a different templates. Okay. So I did one already. So this is, one of the images that I created a while back, and I wanted to improve the lighting. Okay. And even though the lighting is great, it was like something simple, and she turned out pretty well, except she's missing an arm. It's AI. Okay. So obviously I don't want to use that. So this one, same thing. She's also missing an arm, so that's a bad image. We don't want to do that. So let's see if we can find like a cool image of, let's see, night flashes. No, I think I did that one already. All right, here we go. So let's create this right here is using, like, you can upload or you can use images on here, to create a single frame image that's 2D, slide, pixel art. So we'll use this right here. It's one of the alien babies. So we're just going to generate it. Okay. And it's going to take a little bit. So I'll come back to it. Okay. All right. Another thing that you can do, just hit the plus button. Okay. Besides, you can create an image, the web search, you can find real-time news and information. You can do deep research. So give it a detailed upload, your PDF. This is also an open AI platform where you can get your, API keys, and you can connect, connecting platform. You can create visualizations and interactive tools. Now it has finance, so you can get personalized financial insight if you want to, be in a budget. I don't know how you feel, connecting your bank account, but if you're bad in budgeting, this might help you. It's 50-50 with me. Okay. You can also, manage gyro and influence. I don't use this one, so I'm not even going to tell you. Let's bypass that. Okay. So all these can be, accessed through the plus sign here, or you can just go on and type. So let's see if our image creation request is done. It's actually done. It's pretty good. Keep in mind, just gave it a creature, and it created a pixel, okay, image, which is not bad, pretty good. I can use it in a gaming or, like a teaser to like in gaming campaign. If you don't like this, you can say, change color, create me, like a different version of this, tell it what it is. But, I wanted to slow my brain down and tell you these are some of the features that's on here. Okay. And remember, on the left hand side, new chats is up here. Library is everything that's in your library. Okay. And with the free tier, you get 500 megabytes. Okay. And then in the plus, you get 20 gigabytes. You can do some scheduling here. Okay. If you want to. If you into, coding, you can click on codex here. And then more will be your images that you have, created down here. And these are the template. Okay. And remember, use your arrow to help you, go left and right and then up and down here. And then once again, you can use other GPTs that's out there. And then, if you want to do your finance. Okay. Once again, you can connect it to your bank account or whatever bank account you feel that you need some budgeting. Once again, this is just a simple reminder that GPT is a great tool to help you get organized, to polish your emails or any messages or letters that you need to send out. You can do simple images, just make sure that it's not missing any body parts. You can also look up and compare anything that you want, like from, back to school, or, finding, travel or lodge, anything like that. Once again, it's a simple tool that it is going to be here, so you might as well just learn the basics, okay? All right. Remember, don't forget to sign up for our newsletter and also to sign up for our Facebook community. It is growing. I'm going to share. Just come on here. I did change the banner just a little bit, but it's still us. That's MPAI Labs. Also, don't forget, you can also go to Glen Pixel. Okay. This is also our platform. You sign up, you get 250 credits, and you can just start, making images. Okay. So it's free to use and it's free to sign up. Once again, you have 250 credits. Okay. So please, please, please don't forget to sign up for the newsletter too. So we give you tips, tricks, AI news, so you can understand everything. We keep it, very basic. It's not overwhelming, so don't worry about that. Remember to stay kind and hydrate, and I will talk to you later. Ciao!